Hey friends, it's Pastor Wade. Welcome back to day 3 of Refuel. We're really glad you're here. And let me tell you why. We're in a series on habits of a healthy heart. Why does this matter so much? Because the people that you love are going to want to be with you or want to avoid being with you based on the condition of your heart. And we've been walking through what things destroy emotional health, what things destroy her. For example, guilt destroys your heart condition, grace restores it. Panic will make you miserable, prayer. So in a sense, you move from guilt to grace. You move from panic to prayer, and all of a sudden your heart gets better and your whole life gets better and your relationships get better. And today I want to introduce this one to you by telling this story. It was a few years ago. I was invited to speak at a church in South Sacramento, and I had a blast. It was an almost all African-American church. I was the only white guy in the building. I'm there because they invited me to preach, but I'm next to the pastor. We're in the first row, and the worship's gone on for like an hour. Okay, and I mean it is pandemonium. It is awesome worship. I'm loving every second of this. But what I noticed is this: about 10, 15 minutes into worship, they took an offering. A few minutes later, they took a second offering. A few minutes later, a third offering. A couple songs later, a fourth offering, then a fifth offering, then a sixth offering. They took 7 offerings in an hour. Finally, after the 7th offering, I hit the pastor and I go, hey, I can't get away with this, man. What's the deal with the 7 offerings? Here's what he tells me. He goes, my brother, here's how we do it on the South Side. We take an offering. He goes, it ain't enough. We take another offering. We take another offering. We take another. And he looked at me and he goes, here's how we do it. We just take offerings till God has what God needs. And I thought, what works in his church won't work in my church. But there's a principle about heart condition and generosity, and here it is. Greed destroys the condition of your heart, and generosity, in other words, generosity is better than greed, which means this: let generosity drive selfishness right out of my life. Okay, Jesus put it this way: what in the world does this have to do with your heart condition? He said this: your heart will be wherever your treasure is. Jesus is crystal. Most Christians are going, oh, if God touches my heart, then I'll give. Jesus is going, are you kidding me? I said the exact opposite. When you put money into something, your heart goes to it. Matter of fact, buy a house. All of a sudden, your entire life is fix it up, your whole house. Now get a new car. Anybody here gotten a new car? Nobody else gets to drive it for like a year. Okay? A leaf's going to fall on it. You run out and catch it. In other words, that whatever you take your resources and put them in, your heart goes with that. Okay? And the problem is this: most Christians don't regularly give. And the reason is this: they have bought 3 lies of culture, and here they are. The Bible actually points them out. Here it is. Lie number 1 is this: having more will make you more happy. Okay? Matter of fact, Ecclesiastes says this: those who love money will never have enough. How absurd to think that wealth brings true happiness. The more you have, the more people come to help you spend it. Now, pretty much the more you have, the more you have. If being wealthy made you happy, Michael Jackson would have been the happiest person on planet Earth. He couldn't even sleep at night. Lie number 2 is this: having more will make you more important. I love this verse. Don't always be wishing for what you don't have, for real life and real living are not related to how rich we are. Our culture has developed this lie, which is your value is based on your valuables. Your net worth has something to do with your self-worth. That's why somebody put this, they went, man, I'm buying things with money that I don't need, with money I don't have, to impress people I don't even like. Why live a life that dumb? Having more will not make you more happy. Having more does not make you more important. It might make you harder to live with, okay? Number 3 is this: having more will make me more secure. Proverbs takes that one down. It says this: your money can be gone in a flash as if it had grown wings and flown away like an eagle, okay? And this is why somehow the Bible says that generosity is better than greed. Why is that true? Because there are no selfish, self-centered, happy people. When's the last time you met one? When's the last time you wanted to hang out with one? You're looking for somebody to marry. When's the last time you went, I'm looking for a self-centered person. I would love to get married to them. Generosity breaks the grip of selfishness in my life. And I saw it again because it always brings joy to you and to everybody else. This is fresh. This happened a couple days ago. We had a golf tournament here because we will be taking 1,000 teenagers and adults to Mexico all week long at Easter. I mean, they will live in tents, they will serve. We got chapel every morning, chapel every night, and then they go all the way through the Mexicali Valley and they serve people. But one of the things they do is they build homes down there. This year, our goal is to build 10 homes. And do you realize this? This is kind of mind-blowing. A group of teenagers with a couple adults can build a home in Mexico in 4 days. I live in California. It takes 4 years to get a permit to do anything around here. They can get it done in 4 days. What happened is this: a few years ago, we had a couple, and there's dumps down there. There's people living around the dumps, okay? And the reason they're living around a dump, I've been in all third world countries, the same thing. If there is a large landfill dump, the whole thing's surrounded by homeless people because it's where they go and they roughage through and they just try to get garbage that's edible and they can eat and sort of stay alive eating the garbage out of the dump. It's tragic. Well, there was this one family there that we found out about because we built over 100 homes down there. And this one family we found out a few years ago, and they had 3 kids, but the last kid was a newborn kid. And we found out during the year, in the winter, they had a really snap cold down there. And the kid, because outside, the kid died, literally froze to death. Broke the parents' heart, 2 brother and sister, heartbroken. So we found that out. So we had people go and connect with them. And we said, we are going to build you a house. And in 4 days, a bunch of teenagers built a house. And then on the last day, that teenagers are all on the thing and the family's with them. Everybody is crying tears of joy. And that family now has spent the last 7 years living in a safe place to raise their kids. Why? Because we had a golf tournament. And the golf tournament, we challenge people to give to build these homes. You know, for $10,000, you can build a home in Mexico for a family. This year, we're going to build 10 of them, okay? And 10 grand, that's it, boom. Multi-room home, fully finished, the whole thing. And what happened is this, we're at this golf tournament, and it's to raise money for this, and people are gonna fill out a card and do all this kind of stuff. And as we're wrapping up, one of our staff guys, Jason Crow, comes up, and Jason, I got the mic, and this room's packed out, it's at a country club, and Jason comes up and he goes, hey, can I say something? He goes, I don't think God's done working. And I trust him enough, and I've learned, so I hand him the mic, and I step back, and he goes, I'm gonna try to get people to, let's get some more homes done. And so I went, well, here we go, nothing's gonna happen, Mr. Faith here. And he gets up, and he just says, I just feel like there are some of you in this room that need to let go of some resources to save some lives and to build some home, and for 10 grand, you can build a home. And he literally says, all right, I want one person. Who's going to go first? One person that says, I'm in right now, $10,000. I will pay for the entire home. And I'm standing back there going, oh, this is sad. Nobody's got. And there was about a 30-second thing, and I went, oh, here we go, crash and burn. And all of a sudden, somebody raised their hand and goes, I got it. And then a second person went, I'll do one. And then 2 guys sitting next to each other went, I'll do half a home, he'll do half a home. I'm still going, $30,000, 3 homes are done. And it continued, and $60,000 in like 3 minutes was raised. We won't keep a dime of that. And all those homes down there are going to get built because one guy stepped up in front of a group of people. My own son-in-law, okay, and my daughter were sitting at this thing, and he was one of them. I got choked up. I started crying. I was like, God, I love having the world's best son-in-law and daughter who are like, we're just kind of newlyweds struggling to make it, but we have such a heart for God. Bam, we're in. Build a home, save some lives, we're in. And I'm looking at them. I sent a text last night on our family thread thanking them, and I looked at them, and I was literally like, tears of joy filled my eyes as I watched the generosity of those people, because I'm her dad. Your Heavenly Father is your dad. And when you unleash generosity, I believe tears of joy fill his eyes because he is seeing you care about the stuff that God cares about. Folks, get on the journey of generosity. Start letting generosity drive greed and selfishness out of your life. You will be glad you did. The people that love you will like you more, and you will be glad you did for all of eternity. Thanks for listening. This is the Guilt Day. Tomorrow it'll freshen up. God bless. We will. Oh, I got to do this one again. Okay, here we go. Hey, leave that in. Come on in.
I'm gonna pass it really quick.
Good. That was perfect timing, actually. Replace it with prayer. I'll get through this, okay? Okay, let's start this whole thing over again.